I like my little intro thingy. Uh, Hello. Welcome to Tech Tuesday here on Slasher Chick TV, where we like to talk about growth mindset and negotiation strategies so that you never have to choose between this or that. You can always say yes to this slash that. And we are on day 55 of 90 consecutive days of live streaming. So kudos for that. I'm going to give myself a round of applause because that is no small feat, okay? YouTube is not, it's not the easiest thing to do. Well, we'll just say that. And so, one of the things I wanted to do on this next leg of this challenge as we go into tomorrow will be day 56, and let me not get ahead of myself, but let me get in front of myself. And I had talked in previous streams about wanting to do my first 12-week year. I've kind of, well, not even kind of, I've narrowed it down to the goals that I want to focus on during the 12-week year. Um, but yes, I'm going to just acknowledge the but. But up until this moment, I had a bunch of excuses as to why I hadn't gotten started, etc. And so if you are wondering, like, what could this possibly have to do with Tech Tuesday then, if you're talking about the 12-week year and essentially like how you're going to set goals and change your life, then it is about the tech tools that I will use in order to do so. And one of them, I found a pretty easy, well, I don't know if it's easy. Well, I found a simple template on Airtable. And Airtable is one of my faves because it's so customizable. And I thought this is where I would get started. Now, I'm pretty sure this is also already set up too for, what you need to accomplish and how many times you need to do it. First, you know what? Let me go back and read the instructions. So, and then I'll put it also in the chat in case someone is interested. Let me stop the sharing. Should I first discuss what a 12-week year is? I'm going to find it in. Oh, you know what? This is kind of going to explain it. Let me see. Let's see what Siri says. Hey Siri, describe the concept of a 12-week year.
Here's what I found.
Okay, can you read? Okay, never mind. We know who to ask. I'm going to go quickly to Character AI, and we're going to go back to my business coach. I don't know if you remember her. Hell, I forgot her name, honestly. But on this Tech Tuesday, that's one of the tools we're going to use. We're going to use Dr. Frida, my business and life coach that we found, created at character.com. Well, character.ai. See, it's okay. It's all right to be wrong sometimes. Here we go. So I'm going to ask Dr. Frida to describe this for me and to me. Okay. Now, this is where. Okay. We last talked to her about. I don't know why she's calling me that. Let me tell her thanks. But my name is Alicia. But call me Alicia. Dr. Frida. I have completed 55 consecutive days of live streaming. in the hopes of getting my YouTube channel to AdSense monetization. Let's just say that for the sake of this conversation. I really didn't expect Rita to ask me any questions. It's not even what I'm here for. Can I close this so Frida and I can be more? Okay. That's great. Your consistency in building your YouTube channel is showing initiative. I must say, I'll give myself that. It has been more consistent now, but I will also name that when all of the people who are, let's see, who talk about YouTube on YouTube say be consistent, that's not only about consistently showing up when you say you're going to show up, right? Now I said I'm going to do a live stream every day. I do a live stream every day. It'd be even more consistent if I had a live stream every day at a specific time. The consistency also relates to what kind of content can I expect from you? Are you consistent in that? Are you consistent in the branding as far as the colors, the what do you call those things? The fonts. We talked about upload time. Are you just, are you consistent in your energy level and how you deliver the content? Like consistency has lots of aspects to it that are beyond just like what day do you upload. So, but because this is about progress and not just perfection, I'm going to give myself, some grace here and give me some credit for being consistent in having done this many live streams. Oh, no, I haven't been. Is there something you would recommend? Okay, help so you can type. Let's see what she says. Of course. All right, well, that's great. Already using vidIQ. We can talk about that more in another Tech Tuesday if you're interested. But for now, she said to use Notion, and I've tried that. It doesn't quite do what I want it to do, so I'm going to use Airtable. Now, back to then the link of the Airtable template that I'll be using. But before that, the point was to get Frida to describe to us a 12-week year. But there's the template. Thanks. Okay. Let me get that back. And I will tell Frida, thanks. I am going to attempt to get it monetized in 12 weeks, like by using the 12-week year process. Are you familiar with the concept? Could you describe it to me in your own words? And now let's use my voice. We've confirmed that she's going to use me. Now I enabled the voice all late. That's why. All right, let's do it again and see what happens. Yes, I am familiar with the concept. The 12-week year process is a method of creating and implementing short-term goals. The key aspect of this process is maintaining focus and committing to achieving the goals within a condensed time frame of 12 weeks. It's about prioritizing and dedicating a focused effort towards achieving goals in shorter intervals, rather than setting traditional annual goals and potentially allowing them to slip. The idea is that by setting challenging but achievable 12-week milestones, you drive increased productivity and a greater sense of accomplishment, ultimately leading to more significant progress throughout the year. Okay, thanks, Dr. Frida. What was this other version she gave me? Oh, same thing. Why does it say 30? Interesting. 2 of 30. Oh,
Yes, I am familiar with the approach. The 12-week.
all right. We stopped Dr. Frida there. Okay. So I have, uh, oh, great. You've been helpful, Coach Sherry, because now I have my two uh, professional and my one personal. Okay. So uh, this is what but I need, I'll ask Frida to help me narrow down my like strategies. Uh, these are my, uh, this is my vision for my 12-week year. That's what I'll tell her. Coach Cherry, speaking of your journal and what it's based on, and knowing this is also a continued evolution, so you're not starting from scratch, and that I'm sure you've made some progress on. So, like, what's your goal for when you'll be done and launching? Uh, oh, okay, so this is what I'm going to tell her. I would like to lose in pound and let me, the thing, I know this typing gets so loud on the thing. Okay, that's one thing I want as a habit by the end here. I want to monetize my YouTube channel as an Essence partner, and how am I going to phrase this? Uh, in order to also support some content goals, I'll just say, oh, okay, your goal was 2 months ago. Well, what's the new goal? And if that feels like, all right, too far, you're pushing me too far, then could you pick a new date by June 1st? That's already giving you some leeway there. I want to so monetize my YouTube channel as an AdSense partner. And Coach Sherry, you help me out here. What are they're called like the strategies that you're going to use, right, to get there? Okay. Um, oh, that sounds like a really great place to be able to share your journal at the African American Book Festival around June 8th. And if you want to participate in that, then don't what do you want to have done by then? Like, do you want just like a to be able to just do like pre-sale, or yeah, what's the goal? Okay, strategies or tasks is what you would call them, and you can pick 7 to 9. Oh Lord. Okay. I kind of have some of them. Um but this is the clarity I had for the other one. Okay. I want to launch my course, and that's to have a really clear end goal and because it supports some of my content plans. Now let's see.
It sounds to me like you are off to a good start on your 12-week year.
I didn't necessarily want her voice this time, but just for the sake of this, while we're in here, I'm going to try another voice. It's not mine.
Hello, Trailblazer. Let's blaze a trail to success together.
All right, I'm going to try her. I'm going to see what I think of her. I mean, her name is Frida, and it's Dr. Frida. Um, Okay, so this is the goals here. The journal workbook is turning out so dope until when I really started putting it together, it was so easy and it kind of scared me. Well, that is when you're doing the thing that you're supposed to do, it probably does feel easy to you because that's your unique advantage. It's easy to you. Somebody else couldn't do it, and that's why you have to put out what you're creating in the world. If it scared you, feels like, you know what I mean, even more confirmation that like, oh, I have to do this. So then if you want to participate though in the book festival by the 8th, like what do you have to have done before then? considering the first that I tried to push you to is, what's it? Is that Saturday? Yeah, that's Saturday. Okay. So I completed the 25-page one last year and I used it as a pilot and held a wham every Monday morning and test group loved it. I should be able to know what that acronym means from the context clues. Work. What's a wham? My journal workbook is expansion of the 25 pager. Okay. Weekly accountability meeting. Ugh. So mad I couldn't think of that on my own. Because it makes sense considering the context clues. I guess I'm like, I'm going to use the context. Okay. So great. So you already have a clear system of programming that supports also even the workbook, but you still haven't answered my question about what you're going to do. So you can participate on June 8th, or you might be typing it now because I know there's a delay. So I'm going to assume you're typing it now. All right. Now, I expected way more than this for Frida to give me back some recommended strategies. I'm going to just see what she says. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Okay, we're going to call them objectives right now. Oh, that sounds awesome. I can't wait to hear about this negotiation. Hopefully it is, well, I know, it might be literally her business that you can't share. But if it ends up being a story that you tell in your life, I look forward to hearing it. Okay. So I see that you can have it done this weekend by the first, and you just need to check with production. And okay, so hold on. There we go. This is real. So I had to put it up there to really be an accountability buddy because you're going to be at that festival.
For your health goals, I recommend creating a habit tracker so that you're able to check off your goals and track your results. As far as monetizing your YouTube channel, I recommend doing some research on the specific processes and steps that need to be taken before you can monetize on your channel. I would also encourage you to research the SEO strategy that you can use for your channel. To earn your first $1,000 for your course, I am
Now
assuming
you can stop. That is the most generic anything I've ever received from any GPT anywhere. Like, character. What a fail. This further proves you gotta, like, you can't trust it. Uh all AI is not created equal. Because what was that? She didn't tell me nothing. Okay, I guess she told me one. Create a habit tracker so that you're able to check off your goals and track your results. Ma'am, if I'm doing any 12-week year, I'm gonna have to do that. Like Dr. Frida. So, okay, for the example, yeah, all AI is not created equal, but what I did was find so I could no longer use the excuse of I don't have a tracker. I did find a free tracker that, yeah, but okay, I guess it was enough to get me started. If I ask that same question of GPT, they are literally going to give me the 7 to 9 strategies. You know what? But to your point, bad in, bad out, right? So maybe I did not prompt her well enough. Let's see what happens if I try to improve my Frida prompt. Now I'm intrigued. Thank you, Coach Sherry. Okay. Thank you. Dr. Frida. Those tasks feel like I'm off to a good start. And for the sake of the live, we'll just tell her to give me 5. But I wanted to identify it's partially my fault. We're doing this together and I didn't give her enough clarity. That's tip if you're watching. That's one thing you should check when anytime your management goes wrong, right? Maybe it was my instructions. Maybe they weren't clear. Maybe you need more training. Maybe it is our relationship, but I'm going to try all those things before I give up on you. So, before I give up on Frida, I'm going to ask her better. They seem like a good start, but I want to identify 5 strategies for each objective at the very least. I need 1 daily non-negotiable. Let's just, all right. Okay, and I'm going to use Coach Sherry's advice. Make the tasks in the affirmative as if it is done. Let's see how she handles that.
For your weight loss goals, a non-negotiable would be that you exercise for at least 30 minutes daily. For developing your workout schedule, a non-negotiable would be scheduling your workouts for the week on Sunday. For monetizing your YouTube channel, a non-negotiable would be scheduling time to complete the YouTube verification process. For your course launching, you might schedule 30 minutes to an hour daily to review your course and implement any recommended changes.
Okay, some of these aren't bad. I'm not gonna lie, but she's not as good as Chat GPT. I will say that. So I'm gonna prove it in that one of the things I also searched for, is this the one? No, this ain't the one. Was a 12-week year GPT. So hold on. I'm gonna tell that one the same things. Now I don't know how they trained this particular model. I don't know what's been put in it. And I don't know what I'm going to get out of it either, actually. We're about to find out together, quite frankly. Is this it? Ah, okay. Now, let me get rid of this one. Well, I'll show this one and then get rid of it. Okay. Now, earlier today, I was trying to do some math. I needed to get my math in, because what happened was, let me make this a little bigger. I was watching Roberto Blake. He's a YouTuber that talks about YouTube, how you make YouTube great. And he was giving this recommendation, or at least not even a recommendation. Well, kind of recommendation. Anyway, he was breaking it down to like watch time hours being X amount of minutes, right? And it seems daunting because the 4,000 watch time hours is 240,000 minutes. No worries, Coach Sherry, because I will be back at this more than once. So by the time you get your voice to text working, or any future live, you'll be able to share then. But I want you to enjoy your dinner. Now, this might be helpful to you, though, as you think about your own strategies. So he said, oh, he's going to make a watch time calculator. He never made it. I thought, oh, that's something I would love to have. Can I use a GPT to build that for myself? Because that's always my answer for something. If it doesn't exist, I'm like, oh, I can build it. I do not have the skills to do this, but I figure it out. Because if I can't build it, there's a software that connects with another software that connects with another software somewhere that can put this thing together. I can even jerry rig it together one way or another. So this honestly seems like it could easily be built in Excel, which is also what ChatGPT recommended. And so it gave me like how I could build out the columns, etc. And then I was like, okay, well, like let's do the math though. If I want to get to the 240,000 watch hours, how many videos do I need to make? If I want to do that within 12 weeks in my 12-week year, right? How many videos do I need to make at what length? And yeah, for how many views do I need on that? Now, the first I asked it was on Roberto's thing. He's saying watch time, um, average view duration. If it's 30%, you're doing good. You're doing what most successful channels are doing. So like you got a 10-minute video. If you can get 3 minutes as the average view duration, consider that good. So I'm like, okay. First, I tried it because I like the number 11. It's one of my favorite numbers. I was going to try 11-minute videos, 3-minute duration. If I did that, trying to get 240 watch time hour, 1,000 watch time hours, it said ultimately I'm going to need 80,000 views. And assuming and I used an average of say 100 views as the calculation because that's what maybe my highest video is getting right now. It's like 97. Yeah, if I'm at that rate, I need to make 800 videos before I reach my watch time hours. That is not going to work. So I thought, okay, well, what can I change? If the average view duration is still at approximately the 30%, I'm going to need more views then to make it. So I'm like, all right, let's try with 1,000 views because at least this way I can identify targets, right? Like, what am I trying to work towards when I actually release content? So if I can get 1,000 views and I recalculate it to that, then I would only, and I still made 80 videos, it would still take me, and I did 3 videos per week. It would still take me about 27 weeks to get there. So I'm still not going to make it right. Like you said, Coach Sherry, that's like 3 videos a day per year. I'm still not going to make the watch time in the 12 weeks that I'm like, so that's still not going to work. So I'm like, okay, let's up the ante on the views then. I'd have to increase the views. So I need 2,500 on 15-minute videos with an average view duration of 5 minutes. What if I shoot for that? Then I need about 20 videos. And so it would still, and if I released 3 videos a week, I could do it in about 7 weeks. So I'm like, all right, well, that's a lot. But now that I know I'm getting in the range of like targets that make sense, let me see if I can take off some of the pressure. So I tried it with 2 videos a week, 15 minutes, an average view duration of 5 minutes, and 2,500 views. It at least gives me something to shoot for. If I did that, then I was still, then I was down to 10 weeks. So, in conclusion, these are my targets of trying to get 2,500 views per video and make 20 videos, each with an average view duration of 5 minutes, and produce those 2 videos per week for the 10 weeks during my 12-week year. And I felt like the 2 weeks cushion was leaving me some time and space for promotion or some other stuff. I don't know. But this is at least like the targets that I will work towards. And at least I can see, did I make like 80% attainment? What percentage of attainment? You know what I mean? Yes. And it really does suck, Coach Sherry, that they don't make it in a year. They take you back to 0. Totally, totally sucks. So that was, these were this is how I entertain myself when and so, but now, I learned that from the that GPT. It gave me some targets, but I think if I were to ask this specific 12-week year GPT that someone built, about the same thing I just asked character, I don't think I would have that same problem. That calculation, Coach Harry, was 2,500 views. So I got to figure out how I get 2,500 views. Now, from everything I've learned, that means make better content. Actually promote it. Here's one thing I don't do. There are plenty of ways to promote your content off platform that are legitimate ways to do it. I don't do any of them. For example, posting on Pinterest and then linking to your, like if you had a um, infographic about Sigma female leaders, and that was on Pinterest, and it linked back to your Sigma video. Like that would be a way that you could also be promoting your channel, which is a full legitimate way to market it. I'm not doing any of that. So if I wanted to get to the 2,500 views, would I have to start some of those things? Yes. Um, That's, so let's see though what this GPT tells me. I'm going to try to tell it the same thing I told character AI, and then I'm going to see what it tells me. So here we go. All right. Copying the thing over, and then once I got it all there, we'll see what it says and if it was, but I really do think it will in fact be better than this character AI, just because I think the way they've trained this character, John, is to be more about embodying the character than it is about the content of what they're delivering. I don't know. Oops, but we're about to say, we're gonna say. Okay, so this prompt here. Yeah, I saw that, Coach Sherry. And I think also there was another one you did. Oh, I'm telling you, when I said this to you when I saw the thumbnail for that Queen Charlotte one, I'm like, oh, this one's gonna do well. Like this is gonna do well just because it will interest anybody that's interested in Queen Charlotte. Like, and I was ready to click on it automatically, and I didn't even realize it was yours. And I was like, oh, and it's Coach Sherry's. I love this. Hi, Marlene. So, um, I don't, and here's the thing, I don't post it on anywhere in my, like, I don't post it on my Facebook. I don't post it on my Instagram. I I only rarely even send it to my family members. Like, hey, I posted another video. I do that maybe like every third video. And I know, how it is with the notification. So, and yeah, see, you share on Twitter, don't do that. So let's see what kind of strategies I might get on how I would get to that. But yeah, I know if I want to get to that, I also need to, yeah, because family and friends are not necessarily my target audience. So there are certain communities in which I could be sharing in. But I also know that, yeah, in order to get there, I would need to be doing searchable content. The things that you mentioned as an example of like Spellman is like, of course, I enjoyed those because it's a graduation that like I would want to go to. Um, and people love keynote speeches. Like one of my favorite keynote speeches is, well, actually, I have a few favorites. That's so definitely nerdy. All right, I have a few favorite keynote speeches that I go back to when like I need motivation. Now, one of them is J.K. Rowling's, and she has this one line from it that I loved and was so apropos for me at that maybe right before this happened or at that point in my life, because it was like one of the worst periods of my life, like literally. did not even want to exist. And so this resonated with me. And when she said, and so rock bottom became a solid foundation on which to rebuild my life. So I go back to that one. I go back to there's one that Jim Carrey did, where he just talks about like just basically believing in yourself and how his own visualization and just like his own things he's overcome. That's another really good one. And Shonda Rhimes, the keynote speech she did that ultimately inspired the book The Year of Yes. And so knowing what kind of content too is going to resonate with people and bring people to your channel is what's going to help make that happen. And yeah, I have to be intentional and strategic about that. I can't just, as you would say, Coach Sherry, I can't just post and pray. So, but I am still, yeah, certain that this 12-week year GPT is still going to give me better strategies than what that character just did. So let's just see. This is what I'm talking about, Coach Sherry. This is what I was looking for. This is what I wanted. And this is why Chat GPT is still and will forever be Bay. This is why I love Chat GPT over all the GPTs. Hey, Dawn. Yes, finally you made it. um, look at the difference between this, Coach Sherry. That was like the difference between a coach being like, I mean, you could do some stuff. Like you could do like, I mean, here's like two things you can do. Dawn, there's 9 million. I did actually I did one of my lives about that. But today what we compared was character AI and Chat GPT in terms of giving me some feedback on my 12-week year plans. And yeah, I never even got to the tracker that I was going to use, but this is what I wanted to at least get me started. Now, will these be all the things that I choose? No, because they're not all going to work for me. Like this, I'm not running. I'm not running nowhere because I am a woman of a certain age, and that is a high impact thing to be doing on concrete, on my knees and my joints and all those things. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. So I'd have to change this, right? Strength training that I have to do because I'm ultimately trying to change body composition. So if I'm going to be doing the, what do you call these things? The cardio here on the exercise part, I to lose some weight, I'm also going to have to do the strength training to gain some muscle, which requires the healthy eating and eating a more high protein diet and less carbs, which I don't really have a problem with giving up most carbs. It's the rice for me though. I can live without bread. I could probably do without potatoes. But rice though, rice. I'm sorry. Um, so that's what I'm saying. This won't completely work for me. I'll have to do some things, but and look how, listen, I'm obsessed. Remember, in my prompt, I said I need at least one daily non-negotiable because I recognize, and even doing this 90-day challenge, like I need to have a thing that I do every single day towards the thing. Yes, I'm basically a geek, Coach Sherry. Um, I can't prove it, but I can prove it. That's how that's how I feel. Um, Okay, see, Marlene's got her non-negotiable. Like she's not giving up juice. But see, you also work. You have a trainer, if I recall. Like you also do the other things. So like, because you want to keep juice in your life. I'm not doing any of the things. And it gave me much more specific tactics for my YouTube channel than the other one. She was like, do better content. Sounds like the advice I got. And oh, see, and this one, you like read my mind. I was going to do this one anyway. See, and here's the thing. That's the kind of trainer you need, girlfriend. They better get on your nerves and make you do the thing. Um, I wish this is one thing I hope to get together in my live streams because one thing, if you really knew me, this is a prompt we use at work too to like open meetings. That's one of our meeting icebreakers. If you really knew me, you would know I think in memes. You might know that from previous videos. And I really want to be able to have like all my memes on the ready to be able to like use them in response, right? Because when this GPT gave me the webinars and live sessions example for launching the course, I was like, oh, I was going to do that anyway. And I really want that meme where she's like, oh, I was going to do that anyway because that's how I am. Hold on. I don't know how to find it quickly. So yeah, you know what? That's what I need, y'all. If anyone is aware of a quick meme finder that I can use during live streams in order to be able to pull up the meme I want to pull up at a on the ready, let me know. Here we go. I think I found it.
Oh, I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna do that anyway because that's how I
Sorry, y'all. Thank you for indulging me. I just one more.
am. Oh, I'm gonna do that anyway. I'm gonna do that anyway because that's how I am.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. All right, let me get off of here. Oh, what is that? Okay, this really just got meta. Mm. When Facebook just, I mean, not Facebook, did YouTube just recommend me to me? It's time to go. This definitely means it's time to log off tonight. Thank y'all so much for being here for day 55 of my 90 consecutive live streams. That means I am 61% complete. I hope to see you tomorrow for day 56 on Win Wednesday. And what time will we be here tomorrow? So, somewhere around the same time. But I'm gonna shoot for 7 o'clock right now. Check the community wall. Am I post there? I don't know. I'm just gonna try to get 1% better. Thank you. Have a good night.